it has just started raining here in Pensacola, and we are on our way to Jacksonville, Florida. Good old Jacksonville.
I think they said it's the largest city in Florida.
Largest city in Florida?
God, that's a terrible angle. Up, go up. Better. Largest, it's the largest city in Florida.
Success story. I've successfully linked all their headphones together to watch movies on 2 tablets we picked up. Lucky us. Lucky us. They're gonna be quiet. So here's our Jacksonville room. Oh, sweet. A nice doble. This is our room at the South Bank Hotel at Jacksonville Riverwalk. Recently having undergone an extensive renovation, this hotel was absolutely fantastic for a family of 6. I mean, it would actually be fantastic for just me, with 3 available bathrooms, a massive kitchen, 2 separate rooms, with one being a suite style room, and the 2 beds in the other room for the boys, right outside the pool. I honestly don't think there's any way you could beat this. It was absolutely massive. We got our own little courtyard. Whee! And access to the pool. Whee! So from the outside looking in, this is the classy lobby. Very pretty. And I can neither confirm nor deny if Chelsea and I went to this bar, but it was pretty cool looking. Not only was this a cool place to lounge around, but there was also a really nice game room. Easy access and great for the boys to play with. Except these grand pianos, which were really nice looking, and I told the boys not to touch, all over the hotel. Also cool looking. Our first major stop was the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens. Not that it makes us particularly cool or not, but we've seen a zoo or two, being from San Diego. And this zoo was definitely one to see. With all the time we spent traveling on the road, the boys definitely needed something a little more than just walking around and looking, which is where this hands-on experience really came into play. Aside from a surfing incident in San Diego, I'd actually never really touched a stingray before, and the last time I did, it wasn't so exciting. I mean, look how cute they are. Kind of.
That's kind of funny. Oh, I can feel it. I grabbed something to
Of course, we made sure to stop by and see the queen of the jungle, who was lounging around. But then, after a quick walk through the really pretty gardens, we got to experience something I'd never seen before. A chance to see giraffes up close and personal. With all the cool things to do at the Jacksonville Zoo, I don't know if the boys realize how lucky they are. This is definitely something I could only imagine doing as a kid. Thank you. Holy cow, look at that tongue. I think another thing worthy of admiration is the way they set up their landscapes here. When we went to go see the monkeys and the gorillas, it's almost like you're living in that world. Of course, for some reason, Chelsea and I always feel like we're surrounded by monkeys. Yay, Aaron, yay! You're looking cool! And to re-energize the boys, there was a really cool merry-go-round where they could ride all sorts of zoo animals. As transportation, it was also really cool that they had a train to take everybody around the zoo. I got you sitting here with Mama.
Or should I get into that?
Hi, Ka. Of course, can you ever really leave a zoo without visiting its gift shop? In this case, Mombasa Imports and Exports. Lots of classic gift shop things to see, and a couple unique things. The tiger. Now, it's time for some lunch. Where are we at, Mama?
Desert Rider and sandwiches. I think I read they've been family owned for 44 years. Pretty awesome.
That's a lot of years. And you got the Atkins salad?
Yeah. Trying to be healthy.
Of course, after Chelsea decided to eat healthy, we took a brisk walk down the street to a candy store. This candy store's name is Sweet Pete's. It actually appeared in 2014 on the show The Prophet and became popular again after a quick expansion and redesign. All part of the Jacksonville's effort to redo their downtown area. This place was definitely something to look at. A whole environment unto itself. From the ceilings to the tables, seemingly to the floors, look at all that cool candy. All made right here in Sweet Pete's. We're definitely going to have to take a lollipop home. And possibly a really large box of chocolates. You know, for the whole family, or just me. Another really cool activity you could do at Sweet Pete's is make your own chocolate by picking out a ton of ingredients. After you take a tour of Sweet Pete's, you can pick up your chocolate at the end. And of course, eat it as fast as you can. That's yours? You'll have to forgive my muffled voice, but Jacksonville was definitely a place that took every safety precaution when it came to current, well, health standards. And of course, nothing got in the way when it came to the boys enjoying their input and own contribution to their chocolatey creation. Ooh, very nice.
Cayenne and sea salt and nuts.
Very cool. Chelsea and I just opted to keep things spicy. A great thing about Jacksonville is its really pretty downtown area. It reminded me a lot of San Diego, except, you know, on the other side of the country.
In 1,000 feet, take the US 90 East, US 1 South exit.
Thanks, navigation lady. Next stop, MOSH, the Museum of Science and History. If you ever get a chance to come here, take a look at that mural. That is an inspiring piece. Inside, we found tons of things about science that, well, we absolutely love, like whales and dolphins, and how similar we are as mammals. And if you're a 6-year-old, how similar we are to dinosaurs, if you try hard enough.
Look, the snake's yawning. No, it's not. It's like, oh.
It is yawning. There were also a lot of cool animals to see, like owls, and snakes, and fish, and turtles. Oh, and yes, we got to watch them feed the turtles. Now, we discovered that these weren't necessarily teenage turtles, but they were maybe ninjas? There were a lot of cool hands-on displays, and even interactive ones like this one, which covered topics like the circulatory system and the skeletal structure, which turned out to be important because apparently their skeletal structures were empty. So we headed off to a barbecue place called the Bearded Pig. After a long day of learning and walking around a science museum, this place was a great reprieve. The smell is fantastic. The sausage, the special macaroni, the tri-tip and brisket, even the smoked bacon-wrapped jalapenos were amazing. I left the macaroni to the boys and did them a huge favor by eating most of the meat myself. I'm sure they appreciated that. Jalapeno poppers? Another great stop just outside of Jacksonville is Congaree and Penn. Originally started in 2014 as a tiny rice farm, hoping to serve the needs of local restaurants, Congaree and Penn's 4 acres of rice paddies have since exploded into a thriving business, with massively expansive orchards, you-pick produce, and an incredible farm-to-table restaurant that serves their own cider in an elegant outdoor atmosphere. Congaree and Penn also serves as a host to weddings all throughout the year. This place was gorgeous. And of course, with all these Saanen goats and I don't even know what those other goats are called, the boys remembered all the fun they had back at their farm at home. Arn, of course, had to be reminded that these chickens didn't belong to us. Are those quails?
Oh, those are guinea fowls.
The boys definitely enjoyed the opportunity to feed the goats, but the goats can get kind of pushy sometimes, and we ran out of food, so we had to skedaddle. We took off to check out the restaurant, and everything about this place is just so pretty, which explains the weddings. Even though it was slightly hot outside and just a little humid, we were excited about all the interesting foods that Congaree and Penn had to offer. With one more stop coming up, we decided to eat light, but look at that salad. One thing that is really important to Chelsea as a homeschool parent is any educational opportunity that we can take when we're traveling, like national parks, which are an amazing stop on any road trip. For us, this first stop was the Kingsley Plantation and Timucuan Ecological Preserve. Chelsea and I strongly believe that learning about America's darker history is a critical part of growing up. Here were 25 cabins where men, women, and children were forced into servitude. It definitely made an impression. And, like most national parks, the education was interactive, with opportunities to look around and find specific details that helped you learn new things. Aside from American history, the Ecological Preserve had plenty to offer. We even had a chance to, well, try to make a new friend.
He's going actually pretty fast.
This little gopher tortoise was way faster than I thought they were going to be. And apparently, they can dig tunnels 30 feet down. And learning is so much more fun when you have a ranger on hand. And after an impromptu badge ceremony, the boys, well, they earned their badges. For this particular part, that is. It was definitely a fun interactive experience, and Jacksonville had tons to offer as far as family travel. From a wide variety of food, zoos, national parks, ecological preserves, and American history, Jacksonville, Florida is a place to see. Now, on to Space Coast.